The gaming industry grows day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. The best way I can capture it now is that there are more people from more places playing more games on more platforms than ever before. When I started in this business 15, 16 years ago, there was about 200 million gamers. Today, by anyone's calculation, it's probably about 2 billion and growing, and even that might be conservative. When I started in the business, we were all trying to, we held on to the fact that we were the fastest growing, media industry, but we were still dwarfed by music and movies and TV. Today, by any calculation, I'm pretty sure we're the biggest media industry. Certainly by dollars spent, but more importantly by time spent. What we do is we build interactive entertainment where engagement is the most valuable thing that we offer consumers. And entertaining them moment to moment throughout their day across devices has really been the evolution of the business. And now more and more people have grown up and recognize that what we do is the best form of entertainment. So we're pretty happy about it. For us, it really comes down to, as you think about competitors, there was a time where we competed against, companies inside of our industry. What we now compete with is we're competing for time. Time is the most valuable commodity we have as human beings. It's a dollar for me has different value to a dollar for, Richard Branson, right? It's just less valuable to him, more valuable to me because he has more money than I do. But a minute of my time has the same value to him as a minute of his time because we both have the same amount of, minutes in a day. And so as we think about it, as we think about the evolution of our company and how do we stay ahead and how do we continue to be leaders in our industry, it's really about understanding that we're competing for time. And it's really about ensuring that every experience that we put forward is a good use of time for our players and is the best use of time. Because what we're doing is we're competing for their entertainment time. That's the best time they have every day. And if we don't really think long and hard about what we do and how we do it, then we will fall foul to other people who better utilize that best time they have. And so that's how we've stayed ahead, and that's how we will continue to stay ahead, is really focus on the delivery of great experiences that they engage in their best time. What we have is we have 10 player-first principles as a company, and they act as guidelines, as catalysts for how we should think about things. When we say player-first, it doesn't, as a publicly traded company, we have all kinds of people that we serve. But at the end of the day, unless we are performing for our players, then everything else is lost. And so it becomes the filter by which we see the world through, the razor by which we make decisions. And as we start to think about that, that means doing things like ensuring our games are always awesome and amazing and innovative and entertaining. It means ensuring that they scale and work well under pressure in the landscape. It means that, where things go wrong from time to time, that we're right there with them, open, and helping them understand what's gone wrong and how we're going to fix it. And it means, keeping them at the forefront, bringing them in and involving them in the development process, whether that's through early betas or game changer type programs where we invite, key players from our community into our studios to help us design games. Now more than ever, staying aligned with our players where we're competing for time with everyone who launches an app on the App Store every day is more important than ever. And for us, that just means involving them and being open with them at every possible moment. Mobile for us now is a big business. We had 2 billion downloads of mobile games, of our mobile games last year. I think that was more than any other provider of mobile games on the planet. At a financial level, it continues to grow and is now a very meaningful part of our business. But I think about the world slightly different. There's a bunch of companies out there today saying, hey, we're a pure play mobile company, that's why we're going to win. And my sense is, why would you tie yourself just to mobile or just to console or just to PC? Our job as a company is to ensure that you can play every game you want to play on every device you want to play it on. And just the way I listen to music, I listen to music on my phone, I listen to it on my PC, I listen to it in my car, I have Sonos in my house. There are any number of devices that deliver me that music listening experience. We take the same approach with respect to platforms. Mobile is a very, very important mechanism for interactive play because it's the thing you have in your pocket all the time. And it will continue to be a very important part of our ongoing strategy for the provision of interactive entertainment. but it can't be the only thing. Our job is to make sure that gaming permeates your life much the way digital music does today. And so as we think about the world, our job is how do we think about any device you might have, console, PC, mobile, internet-enabled refrigerator, and how do we deliver games to that? And the journey that we're on is really getting to a point where we can deliver games anywhere you want to play, 6 inches to 60 inches, 2 minutes to 2 hours. And when we can truly stand up hand on heart and say that we've provided that, then I think we've delivered on our promise to players. Our vision is to be the world's greatest games company. We've got a long way to go. But for us, that means, a company that makes games for everyone on the planet. We've gone from 200 million to 2 billion. That's going to grow in terms of play. So how do we as a company provide interactive entertainment to the planet? How do we connect those gamers together in a world where more people from more places are playing more games and more platforms through more business models? How do we truly establish ourselves as a creative organization versus a corporate enterprise? And so all of those things add up to, if we can get this right, if we can deliver amazingly innovative and creative and entertaining experiences to a global population of broad demographics and socioeconomic backgrounds and platforms and business models, and do that while maintaining the essence of being a creative organization, I think that we have a chance of being the world's greatest games company. If we did that, if we could entertain the world through games, if we could inspire the world to play, that'd be a pretty profound opportunity for us.